Safe completion on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling.
Afterburners coming. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Right back to the well. You're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He would not be denied. Well, you can hear the tackle drills for this defense next week already after all of those misses.
And I tell you what, it's so nice to have a running back that can smell the end zone. He's not going to be denied, squares his shoulders up, gets powerful, smells that end zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Texas is trailing, but they are within striking distance. Kind of like when Major Applewhite turned a huge deficit in the 2001 Holiday Bowl into a win. Maybe today is deja vu.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass.
It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Notre Dame. We'll circle back if anything changes in this contested top 5 matchup, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wide out in motion. Looking to pass. It's Fafita. And that pass intercepted. Touchdown, Alabama! Great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. The give out of the gun. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pocket starts to collapse. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to get to him. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
That really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in the last game. Gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward. But let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They go to the ground. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator to pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Offense in an empty set. Dropping back, it's Pitts. He'll take the deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
To the air on first down. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. What a snag by the defense. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got his man down the middle.
Hey, these wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
He unleashes a long one. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking downfield. It's Retzlaff. Gets open down the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Arizona comes out with another first down. Quarterback checking off. They'll throw it on first down. Swings it out to his running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
He's got an open man. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quick strike complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's 3rd and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Arizona.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. On the move from inside his 5. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. As expected, they're content to run out the clock and go into halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half. So now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start them.
And they got him for the sack.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down. I got to come out and throw the football successfully. But how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy. And the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Getting that push. A pickup of 4 out to the 26. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Takes the easy completion. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him. And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Arizona going back to work with another first down. Feeling some heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Nice job by the QB. Sit back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And I don't think he got it. The defense stands tall on 3rd and inches.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better? And it's a fake, a little trickery, and they flip it ahead. Boy, you look smart when it works out, but when it goes awry, you are left to second-guess yourself. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll operate out a split back. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Got it behind the line. It's Haynes. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. They'll run play action. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Going for the big play. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Trying to take it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. Quarterback moving. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
The give on the inside.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. He's got his man. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Back to throw, it's Retzlaff. And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1.
Defense is all about creating negative plays. And he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets it.
Touchdown, Wildcats! And here they come almost all the way back. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll they'll throw it on first down. On the move, he fires. Complete downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese, exactly what I said. Great get off, great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Sends it downfield. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown tie. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. First play of the drive comes from the 22. From the gun, he leads it with the back. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
At the 40, there he goes. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They are getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
All kinds of running room. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Motion from the offense. To the ground with the back.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got it in the middle. It's Patterson. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. Arizona in a hurry. Turning to the running game on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Touchdown, Wildcats. And the comeback is on. They'll line up to go for 2. Looking for a man. It's Retzlaff. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. The give to the back. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down marker.
They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The quarterback takes a knee. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the